fair. But look, social media, it is problem. When I should be drinking coffee, they will make me to come online. They don't want to have me to rest. But you know what? You know what? The spirit in me, the Biafra spirit in me, I said, when I told you, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is looking for 100 people, I promise that I have 50 in me. You have not seen anything. It is not by my power. It is not by my power. It is not by my power. But, you know, as my own oru, I am a royal rucha. You understand? Till Biafra come. But today you are going to receive sense. The crypto, Nigeria crypto. As they are crippling your economy, they close border. They closed the border. ESN came out automatically, you know, weaponized. It shocked them. It shocked them. They said, this border no work. This close of border no work. Now, how do we stop the funding now of this Sunday or Igbo? How do we stop the contribution? Let us stop the crypto. Because they were following Nigerians, southern Nigerians. Use crypto. We should open crypto. Use crypto. Don't use the Western Union. Don't use this. They say, so these people are doing crypto. Okay, let us slash them. Bah! They are not considering the economic impact of crypto. No. They are not considering how much the crypto is bringing to Nigeria economy. Their agenda is not to make Nigeria progress. No. They have a better agenda. Now you get the point. Now you get the point. My only problem is that why is it that you must wait? Was Thomas born in Nigeria? Is Thomas a Nigerian? Is Thomas in the Bible in Nigeria? Are you a lineage of Thomas? Are you a lineage of Thomas? All of you have Thomas blood in your vein. How did you get Thomas blood in your vein? That it must happen to you first before you understand. We hear more. In Anokia, you hear more kind of man. Woo! When we are telling you, you don't know, we are telling you, even we are not prophets, but everything we have said, everything we open this mouth to say, if it don't happen today, it will happen tomorrow. I want you to go from the beginning of this struggle. From the beginning. In fact, even the one that we are not sure of, once God asks us to say it, we will say it and God will do it. Hey! Woo! I said, did you see the prayer? May God harden the heart of the leaders in Nigeria so that we will tell them, the world may know that Obi is no longer a boy. I remember when we used to read the history of the Greeks, the Greek god. I don't know, you know, of course you don't read all those things in Africa. The history of the Greek gods. Medusa.
that should ring as a warning to all of them that we are not joking. I do not believe in peaceful actualization or whatever rubbish is called. I have never seen where you become free by peaceful means. If you know, you tell me. I'm a student of contemporary history. I have never come across anywhere in history books where you get your freedom out of a peaceful process. It's never happened. Never, ever, ever.
Now, let me ask you, if
I want every one of you to remember these 3 words. Nigerians, we are no more. Southeasterners and Southerners, we cannot become. And Biafrans, we must be.
It was only the Spirit of God that made what happened to Obado Obie to happen. Obado Obie wouldn't even have handled these criminals. I promise you that. No way, but it is Biafrans that will handle them. And we're already handling them one by one. And I keep telling people, this is not about me. This is not my struggle. This is not my battle. I'm very, very comfortable where I am. I don't have to do this. All of us here, most of us are comfortable. We don't have to do that. But because the love we have for our people, for our country, and we know that the freedom of our people is non-negotiable. And we know that the zoo government uses insiders. Fulani are afraid of us. Hausas are afraid of us. Yorubas are afraid of us. But they know that it is the insiders, the Biafrans inside, even inside Brigade, those are the people that we use to disrupt the freedom of Biafra. But they've discovered that all of them have a go 419, and that is how they'll continue to fade out one day at a time until they are relegated in the trash can of Biafran history. And I promise you that's where they will end up. Thank you so much.
Thank you, fellow Biafrans. Thank you for joining us on today's program. I appreciate everyone that has connected to this program. Wherever you are connecting from, I welcome you and I thank you for being part of this program. And I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect everyone that is watching us out there. We have come once again, as we always do, to speak on the issue of Biafra and present Biafra before the whole world. Every one of us know the challenges we are facing today. The terrorist country of Nigeria is bringing hell upon Biafrans. The terrorist country, Nigeria, is increasing in their dehumanization, criminality, and atrocities in Biafra land. We have no other alternative than to defend ourselves. We have no other alternative than to defend our United States of Biafra, and we are going to do that collectively. Each and every one of us, wherever you are, you must stand up and begin to do something now, not tomorrow. We must rise up to the occasion. Whoever you are, wherever you are, any role you will play, it is now. First of all, starting from your home. Start from your home to begin to defend your family, defend your children, defend your mother, your father, your wives, defend everything that is around you. And that is why self-defense is being preached. Self-defense is your right. Do not allow anybody to talk you out of self-defense. Self-defense is a right that is given to man by Chukwu Okike Abiama himself. And the international law supports it. African Peoples and Human Rights Law supports it. The Zoological Republic have a law also that supports self-defense. But they try to talk us out of it. They try to make us scared, and they call us names when we activate this very self-defense. But I bet you we are not going back. Today is a special day. And remember, it is a day of fundraising, a day we gather to raise funds for our defense. As we are asking the government of Biafra to do what they had to do, the defense of Biafra land will be done with money. Finance is needed to finance the Liberation Army of Biafra. The decentralization of the Army of Biafra is still ongoing. Recruitment is still ongoing. We are going to expand our bound as a government. We are no longer an organization. The government of Biafra is going to equip their army to the teeth. That is why fundraising is conducted every Saturday. Some idiots are coming to ask what the money of the fundraising are being used for. The money of fundraising is being used to build the military of Biafra, the decentralization, and make sure that all the 40 states have a formidable force that can stand for it. The former structure that we are using has been bastardized and hijacked by the paid criminals. The criminals have hijacked the former platform, including the finance that was meant for the Liberation Army. They hijacked the account of the Liberation Army. They hijacked everything. And up to this moment, you can see that they took the money and they share within themselves. Few of them gather together and they share this money. The money that has been contributed from the time our Prime Minister Samara was here up to date. They have continued to conduct fundraising, but they take this money and share among themselves, with some of them abroad and some of them living at home. This has continued, but we will not look back. As they continue to involve themselves in this criminality, we, the Biafran people, will not relent, but continue to build a very standard army for the United States of Biafra. That is ongoing as we speak. The United States of Biafra is building a strong army that is going to stand for the government. And that strong army will continue to stand for the government regardless of whatever happens. Do not relent in your effort. Do not look back and do not retract. Continue to be steadfast and strong in whichever area you are working. And I bet you at the end of the day, we are going to be victorious. As the discussion is going on the defense of Biafra land and the atrocities of the zoo in Biafra land, we will continue to hear the opinion of the Biafrans. Now we are going to go into hearing the opinions of Biafrans, what the Biafrans are thinking and what Biafrans are saying on their part. Join on this program, like and share to all platforms, share to family and friends, and join in this discussion. Air your opinion on the comment section while we proceed on this discussion.
Good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Thank you for your good work on Kutuso. Thank you so much. Because if a mayor thing, it is highly professional. It's highly professional. So, to the topic he discussed this morning, the way things are happening day by day is of great concern. It draws attention. It is something that one have to sit back and think again. And I would say this morning that this our struggle. It's like we have approached this struggle 3 times now in the same way, the same pattern, and the same form. So to this new government, my advice should be that pattern should change. The approach to the struggle should change. That's my own opinion on that regard this morning. Then to attend to the topic that you brought out. See, my brother, the worst mistake that one will do in life is that you are busy caring for somebody that does not care for you. You are busy dying for someone that doesn't even care if you are dying. So the earlier you discover who you are busy caring for, even if the care you are getting from that person, when you reciprocate the care, is on the ratio of maybe 7-3. You care 7%, and the person reciprocate by 3%. It is still manageable, but on the issue of this our struggle, the care is, will I say, 9.5 to 0.5%, as in 9.5 to 0.2 or 0.5%. Looking at what happened after the arrest of Simon, or after the calling for questioning of our PM, now I was wondering within myself, because I watched the video of what their so-called Operation Udogashi men are doing, and the houses that were demolishing at Nnewi. I don't know whether it happened yesterday or few days back, but I was opportune to see the video yesterday, and I took my time to watch it and listen to what they were saying. I was asking myself, these boys that are very good in the handling of guns, they were also mimicking what so-called men on the ground during when Simon was much around with us usually say, now us, now we, no be them. So I was like, I troubled my brain. I said, does it mean that these guys, not even does it mean, I came to conclusion that these boys are the people that worked with Simon Ekpa. Because you cannot flag off a security outfit within less than a month, and they are on escapade in achieving result, saying that they would deal with kidnappers, the IPOB members, that they would demolish their den, whatever. And when you look at the house that they are demolishing, how can kidnapper put their captive in a house that is within where where a population of people are dense, as in within a community that people are living? And you now go back to the people that maybe ransom was paid and they now got out from the kidnappers, or the ones that managed to escape. Is there any a time that those people that came online to narrate their ordeal say that the where the kidnapper kept them is in maybe in one street that they can hear car pass? So when you look at all those things, you see that we are the one doing ourselves. And if someone should go down to investigate what I'm saying, the conclusion I draw by myself, you will still see that those boys are the people that worked with our prime minister. Because if those boys are not the people that work with our prime minister, based on what we do see then, people that do video and say, we are here, you hear their voice, I don't think that these people will be marching them down, because they had gun, they had weapon, money were sent to them. So does it mean that as Finland call our PM for questioning, Finland send people that came to Nigeria to Southeast and cut away all their weapons? Or does it mean as they called PM, that same day that they called PM, all the bullets, all everything that they had disappeared in their hands?
That's finished.
So who is fooling who? That one on that side. Then the self-defense bill, I made some narration yesterday. I talked about my village. Now, if you are here to put out a clarification to those lambasting or trying to talk down on the bill, my brother, I will advise you this morning. You cannot you cannot claim that you are wise. I am sick. Even though that I am in Nigeria, you are somewhere in Asia. Let me make it more close. I'm now staying with you in your house, and I am sick. And you now I called you, and you're at your working place. Instead of you to buy paracetamol or send it to me or direct somebody to bring it to me, you now say that because I am sick and you are feeling for me, you are not comfortable that I'm sick, you now buy the paracetamol, you now take out 3 tablets and now swallow it. That by the time the paracetamol gets into your belly and dissolve and work with your system, that me that is sick at home, that I will get myself. My brother, is not possible. Even if a pastor tells you to go and do, my brother, is a fallacy. It will not work. So I would want you people to sit back, put more effort in gathering yourself. Leave the Igbo. Thank God I'm in Nigeria. I'm in the homeland. People are foolish. Let Fulani come, catch them, cut off their head. People should not be pitying these guys at home. Somebody should go and do investigation. I know what I'm saying. Majority of those guys you see forming Operation Udogashi, majority of them are the men that helped our prime minister to chase away Fulani herdsmen.
That is truth in what you're saying. Even in their uniform, when I saw the shoes they were wearing yesterday, those boots they were wearing, that's the boots our men were wearing.
The designs and everything. Now, because they are after money, that is the reason why that educated illiterate, not even that illiterate called Butuzo, will come outside with the gut to threaten the people that give them money, to talk trash in his mouth. And it pains me when people come to defend them. There's one word that Obi-Wan usually say before YouTube block his account. He said that if the leadership abroad will put their house in order, create a mechanism now, fling out anybody that is coming to sabotage the group, that when the people in the abroad put their house in order, it will now become obvious to the people at home to put their own house in order. They will threaten you people by saying, you now pass the bill, come down on the ground and work with us. No problem. Leave them. I'm talking, I'm at home. Leave everybody. I follow news. And I do say, when you bring the word nonsense, if you remove no, that prefix, that no, that 2-letter word, N-O, the one that you'll be left with is sense. If I check online, buy data, listen to others, go to Nigerian news, I gather information for myself. Let's assume I'm from that place that they are attacked at Ebonyi State. With the way I have positioned myself, I have decided for myself to look for information, to keep myself informed about the happening of within my area. If I heard that they issue a threat that they will come and attack, maybe as a result of we chasing them from our.
I think our brother has a call. Maybe he has a call. Let's go to what and see.
Not have gone. I will run away from that village. I would have been informed by the way they operate. So as a result of that information that I've gathered for myself over time, that this is how they operate, it will now build me up, money, not to wait for them to come and cut off my head. Many of the people who know Kwadoro, la homeland, hancha nwechara shop n'ime ahịa, hancha nwechara ihe a na-eme, akpọlata ego ha ekedie ya, ndị lara ụlọ ala arụtapụ ụlọ, unu jikwa onwe unu ala m ekwu ya unu jikwa onwe unu na abroad mezigodo onwe unu create COS ya create a system, a workable system ga-abụ iburu onye ga-eme ihe ọjọọ ibugodo a mole sendiri into the system of this new USB. When you come inside, you discover how the system is being structured. You will be the one to report back to your master that is like we cannot break through into this system. Anybody that you people will appoint, vet the person backward. Any new face that you people will adopt into the system, you people should profile that person. Check what he has said before he comes, before now. If he had not been in support of the struggle before, my brother, unu ekwela ka onye ahụ soro unu vet onye ahụ apụtala asị west. Kedu ihe ndị la sabotage unu ja sabotage unu ọrụ interest ịnọ n'obodo oyibo ile arụ ọrụ ala akwụ gị $10 $20 per hour nwa obere oge mmadụ as from nowhere bute ego nye gị ị ga-anara ego unu jikọta onwe unu efuru mgbada ala Igbo a unu hapụ generation ga-enweta Biafra abụọ generation ala afụ now mụnwa enwere ike anya banye unu hazie onwe unu nwere ike ọ bụrụ ụmụ unu ga-enweta Biafra ọ bụrụ ndị nọ n'ala Igbo ndị nọ n'ala Igbo bụkwa ndị ekwe mmete ona anọ agha ga-eri m everyday labon data watch mfu ihe mgba ọsọ ala ekwu nwere egbe mbịa sị gị na nwere egbe onye bịa mgbagbuo ya na agwangala be m na m Fulani ma ndị amị ma gbogbotu Igbo ọrụ unu rudobie unu ya arụ unu chọrọ cross we deal with you people ị pụta bụrụ onye obodo si n'ihe eje nata ihe ka ị bịa suppress mmadụ ọ ga-agba abego ọkụ overnight ada anụ ya onwe onye ga-anụ ya unu nara ebe ebido na ala eti mkpu ndị nụrụ ala etiri mkpu ala eji azụrụ onwe ha ahịa unu sendicha ma ego ka nara unu ego edebe bute ụzọ ego niile akpọlarị ya since kedu ebe ọ nọ nke oge nkele nyere kedu ebe o debere ya napụtala na-akọwasị isi hapụrụ ndị Igbo ka egbuminata ha gọvanọ ha je nara ndị Hausa ego narata ha ego guzobe ndị nke a ga-aguzobe ha gbuchaa ha sikwela azụ reclaim kwe ha gbukwe ha ka ndị DOS mere ọ ga unu abụdazi na onwe unu na hapụ ịta ndị West ụta ọ bụ na ị chọrọ gị hapụ ịta West ụta watch what happened at Goma. Is it not the indigenous people that rose up? Ifo ka ha siri kitu onwe ha kituru onwe ha ka ndị just tete ụra yesterday chọrọ ije take over their land. Ihe anyị ga-agwa unu this morning no ịma na eziokwu la-agba agbala ntị hapụ ndị nọ n'ala Igbo mbọsị ọbụla ha tetere ụra den ha na-ekwuzi okwu na na-ekwunye okwu ọ dị form of onye jere obodo oyibo ole ese ndịrị nwanne ya ego nwanne ya were ego la-agba awantịlọ onye ọfụrụ gị n'anya ọfụọ gị n'anya mana ọ bụ na nwanne gị mata na ọ chọrọ ka ebe ibi ego ka unu bizi ihe ọbụla ise ndịrị ego ka o mee n'ala Igbo ọ ga-eme ya ga-abụ mbọsị ị lọtara ị ga-adị happy na nọrọla egbo onwe unu lasịrị sapasịrị bi ala akọ yawu onye kọrọ yawu ya nọrọ ọnụ na Fulani bịa ogbupụ isi nke ya gaa ndị nwere property la Enugu na-defend Fulani Kudiola village nke onye nke a gbagburu na Anambra now o nwere ike o nwere property na Ọka o nwere property na Abuja before jebe politics ọ bịala Anambra ha jide la around 24 December gbuo ya dọmpụ ya na Ọka ma ebe property ya nọ aṅụghị n'ọgwụ ihe ka lezi oziọma ebe a bụ onye ọbụla nọnụ pass your information dig out information. I've told you last year, push it out. Who cares for you will come to your program and listen and know the current happening. Onye hamara ka ọ ga-esi chekwaba onwe ya with the information I get from your hand. Then who does not care, don't worry. Ada gwa onye oshintila agha esula. O nwere mgbe ala akpa maka agha ọ ga-anọ mana mgbe ọ bụ na o ji fa gbaba ọsọ obilite gbaba ọsọ abịala akọ Nnamdi akọla ejide ya Simon akọ ndị ori na ndị ama abịa gba ya okirikiri jide na achọghị ka akwanyekwe Ngozi Ọrabaeze ọ bụ na ji nọmbịa kpọọ ya achọghị ka akwanye kịta ndị ori na ndị ama agba ya okirikiri la-akọ yawu emekwe kịta ejidekwu again. Hapụ ndị Igbo mgbe mmiri ji nwa ndị Igbo before civil war ọkwa after the pogrom ka Ojukwu ji tie mba lụọ. Don't worry, make una no worry. They should continue in buying and selling. Nobody should care to go and check the history. Mara the threat unu pose to Nigeria. Let them continue in buying and selling. Mbonye ji lata ebola ango bi ojo nke di hele meta. Igwe ya asige this hala abalekwa. Kita epuo asige ndo to parade ama. Unu hapu ha. Ino na Asia ana ma Igbo ya menje I know the bitterness I'm telling you. Hapu onyo ha onye kwado onye la choki la be nna ya je checkmate ye eze be ha na ndị lachi be ha mara ndị ọjọọ nye ha warning ka ha natakwa na ndị Fulani ego ha nataba ọkwa devu nwa chọrọ ka mara afọ ya all his community ha na pious anyịmụ ha ọkwa community ha ka ndị Fulani bịara gbu hapụ ha ha lazụ moto ebunye ndị igwe be nna ma anyị nwale echi igwe after ka egbuchara igwe nke echiri around 2006 the corruption onye nke kwesịrị ibu ya ọnwụgo last year before elechi apụọ gara akpọ ya dezeri ụlọ ka echi egwu ọsị ya ndị adị echera corruption dị ebe ahụ na ya achọghị ịnwụrụ oge ka nwanne ya si nwụọ onwe onye chiri igwe again be nna m ka ọfọ nọ be nna m gogogogogo n'ebe si na Ebonyi steeti anyị nwale echi igwe onwe onye chigoro igwe again because after Castridi nwụtara everybody said that the corruption there will not want to be mortgaged by you. You give me chieftaincy title, you begin to control me. He said no. Nobody had come to become king again. That is why when you come, ona ndị Igbo na-emebu ebia asị gị chere ka hapụ ụmụnna abịa ekwu ihe niile n'ihu ụmụnna si ndị lazụ igwe ndị lachi Igbo odogbu igbu sarin si gbube sarin na ebe everyday na hapụrụ ya arụla akọrọ ndị lada akọrọ unu lese ndịrị ha ego ha were ala agoshi ọpụlọ chanja la egoshi ọpụ ebe ọbụla ha nọ mbọsị monde ha nọ na ya dị nwa mmanya si unu no market eme ndị egbugide ha mbọsị o juru anyị afọ then I have the need for me not to sabotage my brother. For me not to nnọchala meeting nje kpọ gọvanọ gwelekwa ihe ekwutere gọvanọ nọrọzie n'etiti la akụkọzi mmadụ isi ọnụ unu hapụ ha unu just unu put onwuru together hapụ ndị Igbo mgbe onwe ebe ga-egburu ha then they will be the one kala champion the struggle from homeland. They will be the one egbuchebekwa ha Ebonyi aka ga-egbukwa ha again. See, aka ga-egbukwa ha again unu apụtakwa na-etikwe mkpu na akọ ndị West all interest ndị nwoke ihe mena ga-aba dị interest mbasị ndị West hapụrụ ịbịa chịkwa be ha unu nọrọ ya bịa nwụbara para na isi na-awa ndị Afrịka then ụmụnne ha ewere okwute magbuo ha no. Let us reason like human beings. Western people are not doing us anything. I said it on your platform. Donald Trump ga-achịchari too onweghị ihe ọ ga-eme except you people put yourself together nwee good face marakunu ga-esi deal with ndị lagbu na mgba. Who knows what Ogenkere used to go to Washington DC to do now? Are you following him? Do you follow him to that place? Do you know the information he passing through Elias? If the government, this current one, did not sit up, make out rules, call people that if you go away with our money, we will jail you, make it public. It won't be long. Another person, Abukan, another Ogenkere. Because when you look at what they are spewing from their mouth, you will now come to ask yourself question. Does it mean that all this while they have been behind DOS, looking for the downfall of Simon?
Exactly.
Okay, my brother. Tell COS, as far as you are still standing with the new government, you should put yourself, you always say it, you always make it clear on your platform. Make sure that the system, that any idiot that will come in, it will be very difficult for that idiot to act idiotically in the system. So if the person cannot conform to how the system is built, the person will bow out. But when you make it in a way, everywhere, any charlatan just come up, it will join you people. It will be long before we get to where we are going. For the people in the homeland, my brothers, onye nwere na kwapasịrị beli na inwere ego onwebunu munne gị karị nne n'ala Igbo ihepụ ha gote egbe nye ha gwa ha ka ha chọọ ka ha ga-esi nwee training hapụ ndị lakọ yawu so that abịa at least before agbagbuo gị ọ bụrụ ịgbagbuo ofu onye ịma na ọgụ erighị ogo n'ụpịam ije soro lakọ ndị lakọ ndị Igbo egbubere ha ọfụma Igbo aka ga-egbu ha again onye ha egburu ha 1967 aka ga-egbu ha again before anya ha emepe before ha mara na ndụ karịrị business ndụ karịrị ego but now unu na-emekwa ha akụsasị Only investigation, you can talk to all those boys, which you yourself did not know. They are the one now that now run because of they've been having mole in them, feeding the Soludo and their cohort. That is why they choose to play along. Immediately half na only si apugo katakata adigoro, we will attack them. Nobody. Haburegunu la. Egbe niile ha bu mbasole ka Soludo zụrụ ya. Onye zunyere egbe. Egbe ndị amị nwere ka ha la eresi ndị Boko Haram. Ọ ndị amị bịara resi ha egbe. Mbosone ka asị na pasịrị bin na azụta ga egbe ha gara ebu. Ifu machine ha buchala aka na bịala egbu onwu. Hapụ ha bucha ụmụnne ha politician maka asị eme mgbe ha ji ha bucha ndị ha chọrọ ihu ha feed no their threat to win election. Ha makwa ka a ga-esikwe use kwe enemy gbukwe ha amụnapụtakwa kọwakwa again. My brother, make una put una house over there in order. The people that wish to put their own house in order here, you should put our house. You come here, you disseminate information. Anybody that cares to watch you, to pay the sacrifice of loading data to watch you, he will come and get information from you and know the latest happening. The person will go and sit up. Uchileji elabegi. Onwurukwu na mahokalaga itie mkpu. Ha nọrọ tibe mkpu raise money. Let's give them money. We are sending the end send whether as na success no na hotel no malaga. Kedu ihe me na amahụ mgbe ahụ na hotel? Let them build the system get checkmate everybody. Build the system be bịa go nwa na nwoke tinyere isi fụ na nwe ka ije ebe kamera juru na-ezu ori ebe anwa. Kedu eme na ike ezu ori because ịma na enwe ike izuri kamera ejide gị ije ka imechie kamera alarm egbuo. Ọ pụtara na onye ahụ abụghị onye ori. Onye ahụ bụ onye ori, but because of na the system a ga-enye ya chance ka o zuo ori, you have to humble himself. But ị pụtara ebe ọkọla adị no camera, ị ga-ezu ori na device aka esi zuru ori la. Ịwụ na bịa na-egbu onwe unu la eti mkpu na ala egbu ndị Igbo. Ndị Igbo ala egbu ha lenyere onwe ha aka. Igbo lenyere onwe ha aka, Igbo ala sabotage onwe unu. Ala sabotage onwe ha bụ aka egbu ha ọ bụrụ those ones la sabotage si gbupugodi ha gbupụ ha ọ bụghị na ejuru nka niile bịa bụ na abụ mmadụ. Ndị fight for America, how many are there? Columbus fight for how many are there? Ndị fight for ole ka ha dị? Ọ mmadụ niile ga-aga eluigwe na na-egbu onwe n'obi. Ọkwa ha m nọ n'obi because I'm very angry this morning.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate that very comment. It's really heartbreaking what we are saying. I will not give up. We will not give up. We will continue to speak. We will continue to pursue. As the one that sometimes when we get that angry, we still have to call ourselves and hold back. You have spoken very well. All your points are very, very clear. Very, very clear as crystal. It's only people who can pretend, who begin to pretend. When they see the truth, they pretend that it's a lie. But in everything you have said, there are very, very clear truth and facts in it. But we must continue. Chukwu Kabiama will help us to overcome these forces very soon. You're welcome, Davis Chidozie. David Chidozie, are you there? Davis Chidozie, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, David Chidozie. Are you there?
I think I have unmuted myself.
Go ahead. I can hear you now.
Okay. Good morning, Mazi Chooks.
Good morning, my brother.
And good morning, Biafrans, and the true lovers of freedom. Ndị inwere onwe ha na-agụ agụụ n'ime obi n'eziokwu. You see, Mazi Chooks, first of all, I want to thank this last speaker. This very person has an experience and spoke very, 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 very well. Mazi Chooks, you see, our people, I don't know, sometimes, is it that we forget that quick? Or is it that we are too hurried in not remembering certain things? Barely 2 months ago, this is February. By November, our United States of Biafra was declared. as a government. Few days after declaring this government, a group of people that were in the cabinet that declared this government came up to destroy those things that was made. This is why all these things, and this is how all these things started, all this katakata.
Exactly.
Now, the new government, on realizing the extent of damage that these people have caused, come back to be putting things in place one after the other. But what do we get? Instead of blaming the subject in the matter, our people now name music and mbe atinyere na nsi. Orizin ba bia ka gopta na nsi. Obezie na nsi.
That is the thing go make.
All this while, all this thing has been going on. Freedom, ala. Orizin ba logidi lopota ya. Biteze la freedom. Ndi ba yin ba biweze akwa. Ebuchala ha o. Ya na eme ka le mimi ikwe ona agakwa back to him lendi Moses and the Israelites. Moses ji were ike, were obi ike. I don't understand. Now, look at what happened. This particular person that took money, that refused to give us the state of our account, which is a public insult, somebody in our hand. Number one, nobody is going there, nobody is going there. No problem. Now, ego eme accused na kuroge. Owo no always yoku, which you do not prove yourself right or wrong. Ndi kurogo gwa. Owo na the assignment wo, do not allow these people to declare this thing. Meneno, from the time I went to the car, eji were only see neji ija usamon. E may apoya or may arrest or may invite. That a week stop or this thing. Always see her COS, the surrogate, carry on. Then this, our COS carried on and declared this Biafra. So that assignment is not completed. They might call him at the back. Say, okay, if we have failed this side, let us go this way. The next thing he has is the soldier, PLF, PDF, not this one. So work on them. Luckily for this man, he is the finance minister. Onwere means of reaching some of these people through success and so. Then he started doing this job in order to make sure that again he doesn't pay it back because maybe I go maybe LA. And how do I prove what I'm saying? Some of those people salary. Problem he will be doing it knowing that this is the goal. Nigeria for a job. And he's given to these people without telling them, committing them. And some of these people, they begin to solve problem. They may one two thing or the other. Oh, to this cabal. This is how he gathered these people. So on knowing this thing now, and knowing that a lot of secret is going to be revealed, they are now fighting with him to see how to cover up. And that is what they are working on, including the people back home, not on the ground. A lot of this money has been given to them, either by dash, either by paying them monthly, either by without the person in a job knowing. And then it has coupled that particular money government now cannot be accounted for again by him. So he has to call the people really this money secretly and say them, look, hello. All of us has to work together to defend this thing. But I have a plan. The plan is make me the head of the government so that nobody can call for questioning again. Making him the head of government now made him to retain the position of the finance again. Otherwise, he could have given his second man, which is Ajere, finance minister. But he refuses to open up that side because that is the secret. That is where the secret of the whole thing is. Now, our COS coming to realize the depth of the damage that this guy and his cause are doing. Now they went back to drawing board to start blocking all these things. As they are going internationally for recognition, they are working internally now to see how some of these things can be salvaged. The more they go, the deeper they found out what has happened. Then, out of God's spirit, they now come to realize that we have self-defense. But our people may be afraid to use this self-defense because of the law, in Biafran law. And you know that usually when a bill is passed, there are people whose job is to interpret this bill. This is where our people are making this mistake. The people that interpret a bill in a government are the sectional about the judiciary. We have judiciary, but now Ndibo, our people, being how wise they are, we claim we are wise, we are brave, and we are. Then MLA law. Out of your braveness, defend yourself. They are crying. See the funny thing, and this is the funny thing. This is the funny thing, and they don't know what they are doing. Okay, you are brave in this yago, and you know Ndike. You can mail a lulo, you can so you can go any right to defend yourself as much as you are. Does not mean that we don't have army, but we are preparing our army. So people say, no, we don't want to defend ourselves. It's better for us to cry on media. Bring out that army. I cannot prepare yet.
Very funny thing.
Huh?
Oh,
you see our people. So then the law, everybody becomes so intelligent to speak in the media, to interpret the law. You are not an interpreter, which you know that all judiciary. Then you just know the law. Out of you can say it what you said, and you think that is what the law means. But you are being in Europe, seeing that when the law is being passed, the judiciary come and start interpreting these laws. Through the interpretation, you know exactly what it means. You see, our people we are funny. This is a government. Government does not operate on not people under 2 months. You bring them out. Even if you like, give them the highest step, the most expensive weapon on earth. If they don't know how to handle it, it doesn't make any meaning. And the people who are in government are supposed to know this more. And yet they are the ones who is trying to ginger, who is trying to push. The head of the government, they are subject to come and make this mistake. Because they, according to them, some of them, they love the masses more than the government. I want a personal individual love, which is wrong in its way. Because sometimes, when you start crying, that in your house there's a problem, and an enemy coming, it's now being informed of what is happening.
Absolutely, you know that the house have a crack already.
So they now use that particular thing as an advantage. So, but when you try to talk to them, because Igbo believe that I know what I'm talking, whether it is wrong, whether it is right, as long as it's right for me, it should be right for everybody. And yet you know that when everyone comes together, they ask everybody to bring your opinion. Democracy we are trying to practice, say 3 out of 2, 3 won. For example, just 3 out of 2, 3 won. When it is 5, 3 people say yes, 2 people say no. That means 3 people won. And these 2 other people should align with 3. They should not, because they are 2, they start fighting 3. No. That is not what democracy says. If you do that in the cabinet, the head of the cabinet has right to put you aside because you are not a problem to the cabinet. As long as you make your arguments and you still lose, then you follow by it. That is what it means. So our people should, as a matter of fact, understand where this problem comes from, what is going on, and listen to what they are asked to do. Otherwise, they have been given the power to defend themselves as much as they can, while the government comes up with a plan, a bigger plan of government security. Government has its own security. Yes, the security is for you, but their own has a name. It goes from police, it goes from army, it goes from this, but personally, there is a law for you to defend yourself. In those days, when we are at home, do you know that now? Let me say this one in our language. Why no lolo? Ihe ji retro fulani lubi anyo otapiapia. Ndị Igbo no se le meka ha ma ha la kosi. Ọ dịsị hụ dibịa alila la agwụ ọkwa dibịa eme mgbe ụfọdụ ala Igbo eme mmiri eso na mmatụ ka mmadụ nwụọ ya ji wee chụsa ide anyị kpakwa ya kpachie ya ọtapịapịa ka esi eme isi ụtụtụ gbaa ha na-enwe dị elis n'ụtụtụ dị ka mmiri na-avụla flawa boys apụọ ime ọhịa sada agba ha na-abịa tagetie gaa dị tin ebe 4-5 etigela bọtụlụ agbawasị ọdụ bọtụlụ ahụ kọva ya mechaa hul a ga-apịa ya la ahịa ahụ ịpịcha ihe ahụ pịcha ala ihe ahụ boys pịa ala ihe ahụ pụọ ga-etie kpụ ụmụ mgbaama anaghịgharị ụmụ sọmụmụtakịrị mara alaghịgharị na wọta na mmadụ atacha afịfịa ahụ mgbe ọ na-aga ha 200-300 poles afọ asawai afọ asagide pụọla ụzọ daa mgbe ndị a bịara 2 or 3 na ma daa in one particular side mmadụ anaghị asị ha cross other side again amaala ha na ọnwa ihe na-egbu na ma ha but ha anaghị ama ihe so ha ma bịa da ha na-egbu na ma ahụ egbu ha nọgide ara ndị atị ha na ma ike gwụ ya ọ gaghị ebili afọ sọsọ onye ka ọ gara anyụ pụrụpụrụpụrụ afọ sawa na ma rie nne agbahasị aha na ma ya mee ha 2-3 times that area ha pụọ ha wụrụ ọsọ nyefe ịdị ihe gege pụtara Facebook ịntanetị ịma ihe na-eme anyị na-eme ụmụnna but anyị na-agba ama o nwere akụkọ ụmụnne nwa akụkọ ụmụnna otu onye nke pụtara ịntanetị ya na-akọ shianụ top like because of ihe nrite ịma na-ekwu ihe nrite a ọ dị iche iche because of ihe nrite enweghị akụkọ nke ime ụlọ ife ihe n'ime ụlọ kwuo n'ime ụlọ ahụ ewe everyday mmadụ apụtasị agụ ebe ole bara gị nwere onye ọjọọ onye ọjọọ ahụ alewe ada nkịtị echiri ka ekwu say it out tu ndị ahụ ha na-anọ asị gị ka agba ya ama ebido ebe meziwe abịasa abịa evu ụzọ agwacha anyị ya gị gwacha anyị onye ọbụla bụrụzie ndị apụtazi ekwu okwu anyị ebulu obi na-elezi anyị na-afụzi your faces we'll be wondering who is that person, who is that, yeah, because it has been putting in our minds. So please, our people should listen. Our people should listen. It is not easy. The thing attacking everybody now, and everybody has to know what to do. In some villages, boys in Emeruabal, only boys na akpari. My place as a whole, I don't want to say it because if you are now, in the internet, hey, breaking news. If you don't have about because I'm going you got to go. On Jana Fula village, F4 Jamania, he came around. On a far. Some people get it. Almost a Sakudio Gele. Madam won't get Sakudio Gele. He came on get Sakudio Gele. I want to church over Sakudio Gele. I want you super for side over Sakudio Gele. Some people much out distance. But I name is in the boy name music and the Nana Luzog on internet. Share. It doesn't make we're supposed to talk to ourselves in our local languages and them understand. Language and must self-defense, don't allow to hear so many things. How will go allow go do emergency? I know government emergency. Now state of emergency, and you declare emergency. Everybody put that up. Because everybody should put hands together. Man came. Because together we rise or together we fall. Our emergency particular that was announced is a very good one, a lovely one. But please, before we go into saying most we don't know, let our judiciary interpret these laws the ones we do not know, because the law does not really end of this disease. No, but self-defense, everybody, non-Igbo today should know and bear in mind that now you have the right to defend yourself as much as you can. You can defend yourself by hiding. You can defend yourself from running. You can defend yourself from using anything around you to remove the danger and escape from danger. It does not really mean arm. Arm does not really mean egbe. You can arm yourself with stick. You can arm yourself with broom. You can arm yourself with sand. You can arm yourself with anything you around you.
Traditional way.
You can in traditional way. You got to go. Ndi ali le labia na ofia. Onwere ofia gigafe. Onwere ofia gigafe labia village. Ofia ha. Eme activate him no ya no. Eputala ofia ha sees you. Awu self defense.
Oh.
So ndị Igbo nwechara all this thing. Ana agwa gị dibia nke mkpụrụ akwụkwọ dibia niile ji n'ọkwa n'ime ha ka a ga-akụtakwa. Ha kụrụ akwụkwọ ahụ mere anyị ihe ka ihe gawa. That is what we need.
Ikegwu.
And if we are put as my heart is pained. My heart is, but do we think that Nigeria will just leave us like that with our oil? That thing that made them to hold us to go like that freely. Or all those wise that now the canon we are not hearing it. Okay, that means that all this time now the canon is saying this thing, we are not hearing it. Nobody had it, or the tongue that he was playing. Someone was all those exposition on Hamadike, all those exposition. We love it. This. We thought that he's playing. Okay. They are playing now. We've not started crying. They are coming. Ndị mara ihe wu agwa gị me kwere ga-emeke ha na plan anaghị ama ha na anyị nọ n'ime ihe anaghị ama amara na anya na a na-ekwu ihe people apụtara ala akwu ihe nyekwa ndị anyị wụ mba ha agaghị eme ụjọ nọkwa ụjọ anaghị atụ ha. We have seen na enweghị ụjọ. So ke ha anyị ga-emere onwe anyị na ndị niile na ala bekee can speak, nọ na media can speak to their individual families. See, unu me otu a anyị agwụ our families okwu back home in the language they will understand. Don't want they can see on internet. If put that or sympathy without any solution, what does it make? I put every day the back COS. I got problem. I got Polarun la Nigeria. Go we be ready belam. Got problem. Ya Polaran da Polar Nigeria. Can you leave one day bolong me? Hey, God, COS has tried. She has sacrificed her family. Ndi Bugano Roro Mahala because. Ha na-emekọ ka pụta hụ na boys ha na-ekwu ya dịka freedom ndị lazọ ha ndị Igbo chọrọ ọnụ they don't know what they want, but gịkwukwe ha sị yes, but we are still Biafra. If we come, we go home. O metụrụ ha n'ụlọ na aka ha ga-ama na ihe ha na-ekwu eziokwu.
Yes,
we are not praying for that. We are not saying that it should happen, but what we are saying is if we want to win, all of us must come out to fight for everybody. We all know what to do. This Soludo and our army, sir, and they know. There was a time one of our medias was shouting, this man. This is what I am foreseeing. This thing. Yeah, she was saying it. Maybe she proved it to the people she was with for them to know what she was saying. Or maybe, I don't know. But those things she's saying is coming up today. You see those men with those are gone. Those gone or government in a level of guns, and yes, some people are army. If you people don't know. And this popular gun. But that something those people we are carrying. No. This is something that comes from somewhere. So what is going on? This guy, out of the money he has and out of the people he has been giving this money, has called upon them. All they are fighting us now is not that they want to fight Igbo, but they are fighting to cover their crime. They are fighting to cover their crime. Instead of us to know what they have done, let them kill us. That is what they are doing to us. That is why some professors who should know better, who knows this, how to interpret so many things, could not speak. Not that they don't want to speak, but for them, it's a mess. They have really entered where they cannot come out easily. So they go quietly. Because of money. And the government of Nigeria understands the power of money. They keep telling us this. After telling us, we still fall into it. Just like Nnamdi Kanu has been telling us what will happen to us. And he has been doubting it. And yet it happens. Someone has been telling us, if you want to betray, you will not succeed. You will not succeed because this thing is, and they still do not want to hear that because money is involved. They still want to try, and they will not succeed. But because they're not trying again, instead of them not to succeed, let everything scatter. But it will not scatter, unfortunately. But it's late for us now, who has come to realize this, to slow down a bit, plan, make our plan secret as much as we can. Enough is of, we are not doing everything secret before because we are in struggle. Yes, that is true. In order not to be called a terrorist. That is understandable. Now, we are no longer in a struggle. Now, we are a nation. So, as a nation, we should, our government should have the one they hold for themselves and the one they give to us. And because you want to tell us the truth or you want us to know this truth, does not really mean that if government is keeping something for them, you come out and tell us. You are now sabotaging the secret of the government. Directly or indirectly, knowingly or unknowingly. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Here in UK, there are certain things that could happen. They call what is called a Cobra meeting. A Cobra meeting will be headed by the Prime Minister with his cabinet members and some security apparatus they have here. If they want to show you about the meeting in the television, they show you the meeting, they will mute it, you will see members, some people in the meeting, but you will not hear what they'll talk. This is secret of government. Now, after the meeting, the media will come and tell you that after the cabinet meeting, the Cobra meeting, that the government has decided to do this, with from one source. That ITV and other channels, Channel 5, Channel 2, BBC 1, BBC 3, they will not start carrying the news. That is a government. That is what is called a government. That's why sometimes when some people, we write to them, be guided. What we mean by that guided, even though it's an English word, is to follow the protocols of what you are doing, where you are. Because every institution has a protocol that goes with it. So it's not about trying to tell people the truth or not telling the people the truth that have been told by Nnamdi Kanu. What did they do with it?
Be careful.
The one Ojukwu told them, is it not truth? What did they do with it? Or was it started with the truth until he got the influence that influenced him to go out of the truth? That little one he said before that, what did they do with it? Obatobie was based his things with truth until he was called. All those truths they hear, what do they do with it? So coming to tell us about truth, a lot of truth has been said. We are not saying that you should not tell the truth, but please, not all truth is needed to be said now. Because the more you say it, the more the enemy knows the state of the government, the state of the government, the state of the, and once they know the state of the government, they will be having what is called anti-plan against our plan. And it will take us time to succeed. So please, our people,
thank you so much, my brother.
We love you people. We love you. We want to succeed. We just need to correct our things. The way we do things every day, and we don't have a change. We have to change to do it another way in order to get change. That is what I want to say. God bless you, Bro Chooks. I love because you are there. Let me say this, please. Let me say this to our people. I don't know. There is this saying that there are 3 classes of people in this life. You have the first class, you have the second class, and you have the third class. They said the first is idea, second class discuss events, and third class they discuss people. Our people, we should know where we belong. We can be as intelligent as we think we are, be as clever as we think we are, be as wise as we think we are, but let us know the class we belong from this particular 3 class of human beings. Thank you very much, brother. God bless you.
Bless you.
We'll stay by the side and watch.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you for that amazing submission. You have spoken very well. And I believe my fellow Biafrans are blessed and they are listening. Let's hear from our brother Greg. Our brother Greg, you're there. Let's hear from you, Greg. You're coming late today.
Yes, thank you. Good morning, and everybody in the house. I came late because my family, they were on overlap. I just came back today. I went to the Frankfurt airport this morning to pick them. So I'm in the house might be a little bit noisy today. I've been alone for some time now.
My
Yes.
regards to them.
Yes, well, thank you so much. Yeah, we are moving. I see the headline, the urgent call for the international community. Urgent call. My brother, to my own understanding, I can tell you that if you ask me what international community can do for us, I cannot actually point a particular thing now they can do except releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpan if there is any help they can do. If there is any help, because for me, all these things are just conspiracy. So I don't see much the international community can do for Biafra within me. Because if the Biafrans are not actually helping themselves, because when you think what these people have done, these people that we all are fighting together, all of a sudden, because of the problem of Mazi Simon Ekpan, they deviate and start doing a different thing. They did a very, very big for this struggle. I'm telling you. Because had it been by now that the international community is hearing and seeing a very big problem in Nigeria, that is when we can be saying an emergency call. So because Nigerian government is not showing exactly what is happening, some people were asking why was Simon Ekpan posting some of the things that were happening in Nigeria. I remember when somebody asked Blinken about question about what is happening in Nigeria or in Africa and the Christians, he said most of those things are propaganda. I just quote him when he was asked. So, and when Nigerian government look at all the whole thing that is happening in the East, there is no single news, even in Nigerian television, that is carrying it. So, and they cannot post those things as Simon Ekpan was posting those things in that time. So, how will the international community know what is happening? So that is the point. And some people thinking he was posting it that he was trying to show up what he was doing, or no. He was not trying to show up. He was trying to call on international community be able to witness what is happening in the land. There is war. There is war. Many people did not understand it. So these people did a very big damage, and they know that they did a very big damage. But what is paining me today is they are turning back to blame it on Dr. Ngozi Arabeze. I can see somebody that calling himself 5-5 vision. He was posting what he posted today is Dr. Ngozi Arabeze disarmed the Biafra army. That was what he posted in his Twitter. I said, how did he disarm the Biafra army? How can he tell the whole Biafran that he is in charge, that Ngozi Arabeze doesn't have any connection with the military, and the military confirmed it, that they are following Ogen Kerry. So, and they have not been able to come and tell us what happened, why did they just quench immediately Simon Ekpan was called. And they're trying to turn it against somebody, an innocent. So that to show you that these people are absolutely evil. They're absolutely evil. So
that is it. They have been conducting fundraising since then, or up to date. They are conducting fundraising, and they are raising money. Now you say, how did she disarm you? You say you will not follow her order. You can't work with her. So how did she disarm you? And you say she doesn't have access to you. She doesn't even know your camp. She doesn't know anything about you.
Yes, that's what they told the whole world. And somebody who knows your camp is now telling the world that he disarmed you. So how did he disarm you? That is what they're supposed to come on to tell us. Is it that they don't have men again? Or is it that they don't have equipment again? So they're supposed to come and tell us what happened. I heard when Adadarama was crying and saying that all these people you say foreign Soludo, majority of them are the Liberation Army. And I believe it. Because if they did not get the money, they would dump the camp and join where they want to get some money. Because nobody take care of them. And which they were very ashamed to come and tell it to the government that this is what happened. What do we do? How do we recruit? How do we get new men and new equipments? Instead, they started going against the woman who is very pure for the struggle. They started gagging against her. So I don't know how international community will come where they have blocked the things they're supposed to do. This is what Ogenkere and his group did. They make sure that nothing is happening and that nobody comes to the rescue of the Biafrans. It's 100%. Any person that is wise is supposed to know what is happening. So those guys, if they have men and they have equipment, there is nothing that will make them that sit down and say, let us sit down and watch. It's because those men have left them. Because they were very, very unsincere. And now they are threatening that if these people recruit some of those guys, that they will kill them. Because they know their house, they know everything about them. People don't understand what they are trying to tell you. They will not come up open publicly and tell you this is what we meant. So this guy that left them is the guys that they are threatening. That if those guys go and work for the government, that they will kill them because they know their house, they know their families. Most of them. That is the absolute truth. You see it? And they're not coming out to say this is what you cannot tell me that somebody you're calling yourself chief of defense force, and they want Biafrans to respect you and give you that honor. And you turn against somebody who the prime minister called the chief of staff of his government. And he told some people not to respect her position. Now they're saying that she is not chief of staff of the government. That she is just ordinary secretary to the prime minister. Okay, she's ordinary secretary to the prime minister, fine. But the prime minister has told her secretary to represent her. Why are you not abiding by that law and by that her request, his request? That from Simon Ewan. So you find that these people are really, really evil and they just want to deceive themselves, but not the Biafrans. That is the perfect truth. So the only thing I think is we have to, the government will have to try whatever they can do to know if there is any how they will be able to, manage what is on the ground, manage this problem to come out of it. Otherwise, it is very hard. Because Dr. Rama was saying that the government should go and look for international lawyer. But we have international lawyer already. Yeah. So, I'm coming. So, we have international lawyer already. And the international lawyer, in Europe here, there is a crime that we are accused of. They need good 6 months before that case will come to the court. Because you cannot go and call another lawyer now when the case has not been to the court. So, and then it doesn't matter the lawyer you pick now. The lawyer cannot ask the government to quicken. It is only until when police say they are finished with the investigation, they're taking the case to the court. So when you see that the court, the lawyer you have or representing the PM is not doing enough, that is why you need another lawyer to come and bring in. So no matter the lawyer you bring, you now add to them, the case has not been to the court. I don't know. I said if the case have been to the court, maybe they know more than what I know. You know, so that is when you can look for another lawyer, not when the case had not been charged or fully to the court. They started going to the court, and maybe the other court is not. They say no, he's not performing well. Then you can look for another lawyer. That is where I see it. So I think the Biafrans have to be a little bit patient and strong, and continue fighting and opposing these evil people. Until if God touches their heart, they change. This might change. But for now, 100%, I have been crying about it, that they have sold this very struggle. But thank God that the declaration is there. So it doesn't matter when we pick up. The most important thing, the nation is there. And anytime we pick up is to be a fight to the finish. Thank you. That is my little contribution for now.
Thank you so much, my brother. You've spoken very well, and I'm glad that you touched aspect of that providing lawyer for our Prime Minister. That's why sometimes I don't want to talk about some issues, and I thank God that there are Biafrans that has wisdom and knowledge, and they are speaking on certain issues, even when we try to stay away from some topics and some other thing. Biafrans always put the facts straight. The situation of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, is under control. The Biafran government is on top of the game. If there is anything the government have to do, you don't need to remind them. They are doing it. Just like my brother have just said here, the process of courts, the process of the case of our Mazi Simon Ekpa, you cannot change it. Finland have a way of they are doing their problem. That is why every time our Prime Minister comes out, she will say that we will have patience and wait for the process to play out. She has already made that statement. It's a very simple thing. You wait for the process to play out. That is not, you can't force Finland authority to do anything. You can't force them to change their rules or regulation because of you. It can't happen. And one important thing we know, on their process, the case is not in the court yet. They are in the process of looking for this and that and whatever. And whatever information that the government needs from Mazi Simon Ekpa or to reach him, they are doing it. You just heard our Prime Minister, Deputy Prime Minister, last time said that Mazi Simon Ekpa reached out to our international lawyer. He reached out to him, and the international lawyer brought back message to our Deputy Prime Minister, which she shared the part we have to know with us. You don't expect her to tell you everything that she has been told. You don't expect her to tell you all the communication that comes to her. Sometimes we need to mind the way we speak, limit our wisdom and knowledge within our own jurisdictions. Everyone have their own jurisdictions. You don't expect to know everything that the Prime Minister knows. You don't expect to know everything that the Deputy Prime Minister knows. Likewise, those of us in the media, we don't have to share everything we have heard or seen with you. Information that are going to bring doubt in the heart of Biafra, that is going to weaken them. No matter how truthful it is, you can't hear it from me, not from me. No matter how truthful it is. Information that is going to weaken the Biafrans, make us look focused, and make us lose courage, and make us begin to go against each other. I don't dive on such information. They are not meant for this platform. And I believe my fellow broadcasters on various platforms that are working for the United States of Biafra are doing the same. Be mindful of what we say. My beloved brother Akonyo Wetere, go ahead and speak to us while we round up. It's almost 3 hours again today. So speak to us, my brother Akonyo Wetere. While you are speaking, you just make it conclusion with your closing remark so that we can round up and go into other issues.
Okay. Thank you, my brother. So, thank you to wonderful people We are always here every morning to chip in our opinion, to say how we feel. So that's what that drives us, that makes us to come here every morning. We are not here to castigate anybody.
No, not at all.
So we are here to say it the way we feel it is good. That does not mean that the way we say it is the way it will be immediately carried out.
Yes.
But when you gather information from different sources, if you make you as a leader, or you that office is being given to manage, to make you a better person. But if you shield yourself from information, and you that is being led, you shield yourself from speaking out, the whole thing will be messy. So as I said this morning, at the same time, we have to sit up. Our brother that made his contribution after mine, he said something. He said that we are in government now. And I said it here yesterday. This bill that everyone is jumping up and down, those that are speaking in favor and those that are against it, it's not a bad bill. If you've taken it upon yourself to follow struggle, to listen to the issues that concern this struggle without a biased mind, you will see that it is a good and a welcome development. Self-defending of yourself does not mean you should go and acquire a gun, and any fly that fly past your territory or your house, you shoot the fly down. Or you come to the market and start shouting, Fulani, come, I am prepared now for you. No. Some had the gun before. Some were making plans to get it. The government just made it open and spoke many people's mind. So get the gun. At least, if Fulani come in your community, you wake up to see fire burning, raising down somebody's house, and you ask, they say these marauders, they've come. Instead of you running toward a bush with empty hand, you run toward the bush with something. Or you prepare, hide yourself with something. Because this is our brother that speaks from both sides of his mouth, Barrister Darlington. When he's making his analysis on VOP, he will say that they should stop deceiving him. What is farmer header clash? That how can you call a farmer and header a clash? Why the farmer has hoe and cutlass that he's using to make something happen in his farm? Then somebody that is coming with AK-47, you now say the person clashed with the farmer. That is like a trailer and Okada jam themselves. You say Okada and trailer jam themselves. So that is my little opinion. So let us sit up. And I spoke in anger. Fine. Because I was very sad. I feel very sad this morning. Why will the people that people dedicate their time? Uncle Greg, at times he will be speaking from his car. Me, at times I will have to leave the work I'm doing to go to a good place. At times I will be in where people that I miss. I will say, I want to use Igbo. We dodge all these bullets. But the majority of us feel complacent, feel docile that nothing is happening. If we now want to do, I'm gonna get them for us. I don't care. Rika nwoke masịrị gụọ egwu ọ sọrọ nwe onye obiri la be ya. So onye ọbụla na-eme ka o si sọ ya. Ma ndị nke I want to talk, ma ndị nke nọ na BLA, ma ndị nke nọ na BDF. Gbara ọgwụgwụ nwụọ, ọ bụ na ọgụnwa bala patch leak. The day of judgment is coming. There's nothing that will make Nnamdi not to come outside. And there's nothing that will make Simon not to come outside. We did know, and you would believe with me that Igbos, they do well in isolation. The problem Igbo man and every Igbo person have had in life is to do well when they are in group. But if you single Igbo man, single them out one, they will do well. So let us come to our senses. As Nediria Adoro, otu afọ, igeki ala igwe, igeji ya keji. So, ka anyị si eme, anyị nwere ka esi eme, nwere ka esi eme. Anyị enwerela ka esi eme from Wazirike, as my brother did pointed out, down to Nnamdi, down to even when Uchemefo piloted their fear, down to when Nnamdi comes back and he migrated to DOS, because after the disappearance of Nnamdi, DOS held the leadership for a couple of days before people began to see the mess they are making. So after some time, he moved down to Simon. After some time, now moved down to, will I call it, 2 factors now. But for us, we know one government. But you know, leave the obvious and say nothing is happening. Something is happening. So that's why I'm encouraging the government to abide by your own opinions, Uncle Chooks. You always say that they should build institution and system. And I supported it this morning by saying, make the institution and the system to be lie dictator, to be saboteur dictator. Put your differences aside. Make it in a way that if any saboteur comes, he will be the one to go back. Every leakages, they should close it. Do not make the system to be porous again. That is what Africa is suffering from. You talk about US, they are corrupt more than us. But because their system made it in a way that before you bring that corruption to the public, it will be difficult. The system make it in a way that they will treat it before it comes. There's what they call classified information. So when government discuss something, it has become classified information. Don't say because you are part of the system, you will just come out and be talking rubbish in the public. No. When you're a public figure, you are no longer living for yourself. You are living for that public. You can make the public or you mar the public. So, and my brother also talked about that government will discuss something before they carry it out. Now, the government they should open their hand. Nobody knows it all. Like that, my brother that spoke. In Nigeria, we have SSA, 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 SSSSA. As the secretaries are, let them, though the whole thing is still voluntary, but as it's still voluntary, any secretary that is listening to you, me, I'm in the homeland. I'm not talking for somebody to come and call me to advise him. No. But that's why I say that you should put the house in order from abroad. Uncle Greg that talks, somebody that knows that what each time that Uncle Greg comes to speak, that he speaks something that is pointing to his own direction, contact Uncle Greg. Make Uncle Greg your advisor. And Uncle Greg himself, when you discuss something with your brother, because what the problem we have, I'm not saying that you are going to sabotage you, but we should understand that ihe dịara anyị bụ ihe dịara anyị. Anyị ghọta na ihe dịara anyị asị na mmiri doro ejidoro nwa nkịta. Okwu Biafra lekwu bụ anyị ka ọ dọrọ ndị US, ọ bụ US ga-azụ anyị. Ọ ga-eme anyị. Nwanne gị kpọọ gị. Ị dụọ ya ọdụ asịla ka akwụọ gị ụgwọ. O nwere okwu data brother kwuru na ụfọdụ ka abahiri into this unknowingly. And onye nọrọ n'okwu nwere onwe a, ala ekwu okwu nwere onwe, kwuo okwu nwere onwe, ekwula about ihe agabiga. Ona never, I'm passing through a lot, but I have never. How many platforms kunu tinyegoro you Uncle Choose? I'm in your platform. Did I beg you to put me there? You put me there. Maybe because I follow you. Have I come there to copy anybody number to call? To begin to tell the person that I have not eaten for the past 5 days. That is where we get it wrong. Ihe lekwu togo to je kwu ihe ha lekwu. Happen from there koba na ụlọ gị nwekwara ka o si mee issue gị laga ohepụ gị lokwo. Kwuo nwere onwe. And onye lachi onye bụ onye isi ejizila ego eme mmadụ enyezila incentive. Okay, Nkere said I give you money because I have it. No. 5 vision or 100 vision. Na 247 na ihe ọma nwoke ibi ya mere ya. Nwoke ade ọkụ Igbo lekwu nwoke ade enyere ibi ya aka. Nwoke ade ekwu ya. But for nwoke anye na nwoke ibi ya aka bụ na gị nwa bụ onwe gị the content of what you have. Onwe onye ozuru okele ụwa. Ndị nwere ego na-arịa ọrịa nnekwu ọrịa. Ndị na-enweghị ego Chukwu abụghị onye iberibe. Ọ bụrụ ọsọ ka ịgba ọsọ nwere onwe. And this government, I beg, I plead with you people. Make sure you make this government, this new one, difficult for saboteur to come. Not by shouting online, not by calling on God. God, wow. Again. He said he give the earth to man to till, to cultivate, to change. God, because I want to born la roro. Iya la ponde la Nigeria. In fact, onye di gore ba honwuru. But onwe ku ele eme. So kai gbadanya mara na odri mma no de baragbo odiri ayi mma tata odiri ayi mmeshi. Unu nwa na West. Me, I listen to news. I study for myself. In 50 years to come, some of you people might not be alive then. Look at what Trump is doing. They are just testing the microphone. Look at what Kemi Badnock is talking. They are just testing the microphone. A time will come, the white revolution will start again. You know, they are milking us now, making life better for their people. And their people are not working. A time will come, their generation, we see that they've given you people chance. And only mwala, and they can move mad na labeya. Because that time, the land will stand to fight for them. That time, kila nate go keta. Lazo mokina Howard or Harvard. Keniko. Enwere ike ịga na cemetery na-eme kpukpu ala agbagbusi ụmụ gị. White ga-achịkwa Africa ọsọ. Ndị white ha ga-achụ Africa ọsọ la be ha. So the earlier the better. The earlier the better. Ndị nke nọ ebe a ndị Igbo unu marala ego akarịkwa nwanne gị. As na ya nwe ha ala. There are many contributing factors mere ndị be aja sabotage nwanne ha. Ụfọdụ la sabotage nwanne ha ka egbuo ka ọ pụọ. All those things ada adigide. Ụfọdụ la sabotage nwanne ha ka egbufuo ya ka o nwere shop la main market na-ekwu okwu na egbufu ka ha jee chọọ nwunye nara bụrụ ụganya bụrụ moto gbaba. Ọ gakwa adigide. O nkwuru ozi si bụ isi ezi ọya laa chọọ nwanne. So onye ọbụla metekwala nso. Onye ọbụla chigharịkwa ahụ n'ụtụtụ. Chọọ ewu ojii n'ụtụtụ before chi ejie. Na-akọrọ m n'ọnụ.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, Banikan. You've tried a lot today, and you've given a lot of food to Biafrans. I believe everybody is digesting the informations, and that is what we do in this platform. We bring informations out for you. The choice is yours to make. You can take the horse to the river, but you cannot force the horse to drink the water. We are not here to muzzle you or to cajole you into believing whatever you are into. Just like my brother Akonyo would always say, go and verify. Seek out information for yourself. Your being here is to seek information. Put them together, apply your common sense, reach out to conclusion, so that you will be responsible for every single action you take. Whatever decision you take, you will blame yourself. You wouldn't blame me, I say, because he came to my platform or because of what I said, or because of what anybody said at this platform. Listen to what we are saying. Dig out information for yourself. Apply common sense. Then take your decision, so that you'll be bold to say, I took the decision. If you are fighting for Biafra, you know why you are fighting. It is your decision, not because I'm telling you to fight for Biafra. Not because someone, your friend, your uncle, or your auntie is telling you to join the Biafra struggle. The decision is yours. When you make the decision yourself, you'll be responsible for whatever comes along, and you will not be deceived or distracted. My brother Anderson, you just came late and we are rounding up. Just take 2 minutes and give us your remark so that we can be able to close the program. It's already, we're more than 3 hours now, and we are closing up and have other appointments to attend. My brother Anderson, go ahead, take 2 minutes and give us your word before we close up. Anderson, are you there? Unmute yourself.
Okay. Virtue Survivor.
Yeah, go ahead.
Good afternoon, Biafrans all over the whole world. I really want to appreciate you. You have remained the indefatigable media warrior we have in this struggle. And like I've always said, you will never go regretting this wonderful job you are doing for Biafrans. The day is coming and it's very close when Biafrans will surely celebrate you and many others who are putting all efforts to ensure that we have been liberated from this enclave of the zoo. It is very, very clear. As events unfold and things happen, we are beginning to know those who are really Biafrans in the hearts. Even some who used to claim that they are the Alpha and Omega, and they are an insider, and they are this and that, we are beginning to see who is who. And that is what this struggle is all about. We will not go home until this refining is totally completed. We are at the moment of refining. Does not matter how painful and what were the rigorous moments we are going through. There is nothing that will stop Biafra from emerging. And I want us to understand one thing. If the number of people that are fighting for any cause are up to 1,000, but you survivor, it's hardly you get 200 among the 1,000 that are having that struggling heart. But with the commitment of that 200 or 100 people in the forefront, surely, and God helping them, they will surely emerge victorious. I'm not surprised when I see a lot of things going around and the way some of the Biafrans are misbehaving themselves. I've said it one time that this fight is not an ordinary fight between flesh and flesh. We're fighting against powers and principalities that are in high places. When I mean high places, the rulers of the world, those who are on top of the game, they've seen Biafra and they know what Biafra is all about. And they know that the coming of Biafra will not allow this evil going on in various places to continue. Nigeria is not, the zoo is not, it's not our main problem, even though they are using them as an instrument to cage us. But we know those that are standing in our front. But I want to promise us, I bet you that it does not matter what human being will do. I have said it and I will continue to say it. God is about to show himself again. The rulers, those who claim they are the rulers of this world. But some of them doesn't even believe that God have anything to do again. Even though I know that God has created us and has given us all that it takes to live a better life and to fight against our enemies. I don't mean that God will come again to fight for us, but even while we're fighting, spiritually, God is doing his own. But there are things that happen in the spiritual world, and for us to come out in the physical world and celebrate victory, we must have won it in the spiritual world. That is where God come in. We're not fighting ordinary people. We're fighting against strong powers. That's why, like the other time I told you that the whole world, the leaders of the whole world knew quite well about what is happening in Biafran land and the plight of the Biafrans. But because of their passionate hatred, or because of their envy, or because of the stealing, or because of the exploitation they are doing and surviving with what belongs to Biafra, they turn other way. They turn a blind eye, shamelessly stealing what did not belong to them. I can't even imagine that this world has come to this stage of the people you think that should be expected have sold their conscience. And the worst is that what they are saying is quite different from what is in their heart. You go to UN, you see them talking blah blah blah. UN for human rights, UN to make peace and to make sure that nobody is being suppressed. All those things they are saying is just nonsense. You go to the EU, yeah, the purpose of EU, there is nothing that is discussing in EU, if not how to subjugate and subject African continent into perpetual servitude. There is nothing they are discussing there. All they are discussing in EU is how they are going to make sure that Africa is relegated back to a very low background to their own advantage. But I think in the days past, it was like that in the Babylon, when the children of Israel was like as if they are hopeless. What God uses God, what's it called? Nebuchadnezzar was already seeing himself as a king God, and even ordering the people to about 127 provinces that was under him to worship him. There's another person that should worship, if not him. But then God proved who he is and showing Nebuchadnezzar that he is still God, and no man can take his own glory. The same thing happened in Egypt. Pharaoh and the Egyptians did not believe that Israelites would live. And even after God had proven his majesty and power, they were still defiant and go after the people of Israel. And that was why they perished in the Red Sea. The same thing happened in the land of Susa in the reign of King Artaxerxes, where Haman, the wicked one, wanted to sacrifice the life, wanted to exterminate the whole Israelites. God proved himself. The same gallows that Haman dug was the same gallows that he was hung. So let them continue. Nigeria should not even think that, and all of them, all the allies that are fighting against Biafrans, thinking that they are going to succeed. It will happen to them miraculously the way they least expected. And that is why the spring leader told us that the coming of Biafra is going to be the last miracle on this earth. He knew that we are going to pass all through this predicament that we are going through. And the whole world knew that what we are fighting is our right. Why are they afraid? I said it last time. We are the most peaceful people on the surface of this earth. Nigerian government, in collaboration with the wicked ones, the stooges that are using, the political stooges that are using in Biafra land, our own people that are using, are causing mayhem in Biafra land, killing Biafrans on a daily basis, destroying us and making life difficult and terrible for us. How could it be? They said that let me put from back 1960 to date, we are counting 55 years Nigeria is independent. Go to virtually the whole Biafra land, there is no place you will cite any electricity. There is no place. But come to the middle belt, even a typical village, these villages, you see them with light, electricity 24 hours. I am talking to you from experience. We don't have pipe for water. Till today, virtually all the Biafra land are still going to the river Rhine to fetch water. We don't have hospital. We are people that have been separated and neglected. That is because they select the stooges among us to represent themselves, claiming that representing Biafra. People that are rejected people that are not part of us, people that ordinarily they are not supposed to be in that community, in that nation that is called Biafra, because they are not part of us. I know it's not easy, and every day we see things that will tend to make us shed tears. Every day we see things that broke our hearts. But I still want to tell them, all of them that are having hand in suffering of Biafra, they will never go scot-free. Their generation will not go scot-free. And God is going to prove himself again in their own time. That was why our leader told us that, said so, that it's going to be last miracle. God is going to manifest himself to those who claim that they decide the affairs of this world, who think that because they're on the top of the game, they will not allow Biafra to go. Biafra is already a free nation, whether they like it or not. There's nothing that can quench the light of Biafra, because the way it's going in our heart, you know that there are millions of Nnamdi and the Master Amonekpa. We feel the pains of Biafra more than even these people, because they are privileged to be in the forefront. And God appointed them into this mission. And that is why I believe that nobody can take away this glory. The going of the Biafra freedom, the Biafra freedom, if not that God is in charge. Let me tell you something. The declaration that took place in Finland would have taken place. It was a declaration that makes it a mandate, that makes it a circumstance that Biafra has won the victory, because the whole plan was to stop that declaration. Even among those who they use the Incle and the group and his group. Just a few weeks ago, Odinawa make himself open.
Biafra,